It's another beautiful day, not just here in America, but in Liberia. And the reason I say a beautiful day is because today, Liberia and Liberians are celebrating um, our 177th independence anniversary. The country gained independence in 1847 on July 26th, and since then has come a long way. Tonight, it's a special broadcast. We'll be looking at, you know, everything. Uh, we had a orator today who has created some degree of controversy with her oration. We'll be kind of looking at some segments of her oratory presentation today. If you just joining us, welcome to the Issues Room. We are very, very happy that you can be here with us tonight, and we encourage you to share our link, invite others to join us here. We're here on Tuesdays and Fridays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and of course, 11 p.m. GMT. We've said a few broadcasts ago that we'll be changing our time to once a week, and that will not begin until on September 15th, 2024, which is a Sunday at 3 p.m. We intend to start broadcasting on September 15th once a week, which should be every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it depends on the time zone, 7 p.m. GMT or 8 p.m. That is when we have daylight savings time. Thank you so much, Volcano Shelton, here with you this evening, bringing Alphonso Yenu and Moses Sandy. It's a pleasure to have you guys back here. So much to unpack. Um, we ask the folks to share the link and invite others to join us here. Welcome, Moses.
Thank you. Thank you, Volcano. Happy 26th to all my people from Liberia. We are celebrating today. You can see I'm already in my national color. So it's a pleasure being here. Thank you.
Thank you. I
hmm
see Alfonso jumping in and out. Let's hope he will become stabilized this time around. Alfonso, my man, you got to invest in internet. Though you got to go
I'm
to.
here. I was trying to.
But you, my man, you asking Jada to say that Lone Star internet you using.
Go to where now?
But it just blur, right, Moses?
But when I told you looking for I get these.
But where was it? No, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay, was You are not getting
Yeah.
trouble. You're not getting
Yeah,
trouble.
Pastor, man. It's a pleasure having you. Welcome, my brother.
So quickly, as a teaser here tonight, I know that
Yeah,
like I said,
go to
competing
sleep.
priorities. You want to say something?
Is he hearing us?
But man, that was I saying. Oh, the thing that man doing in a place there.
Yeah, the man having problems.
Yeah. As I
I,
said, Moses, is this
Go
okay?
ahead. I'm hearing you.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
As I said, when it comes to competing priorities right now, with 26 today, uh, I don't know the anticipation of those who are going to leave that 26, going to D Calabash, going to Fusion, going to Red Lion,
Yeah.
all of the business spots in the country to pay attention to us. And even here
Oh,
in the US, uh, but man, it's celebration time.
The celebration. I
Yeah,
mean, don't forget now. The world has become a global village. Everybody got a smartphone. The man can be sitting in the club and sitting down watching us.
yeah, but yeah, what was saying. But anyhow, we're here tonight, and so we implore you,
Yeah.
please share the on us here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
excuse me, tonight. We know that other podcasts going live right now, and so a lot of folks will be tuning, but it doesn't matter. You can join us here. You can listen to. When I was on radio, I used to listen to three radio stations at the same time. So you can do it. I can take two phone calls at the same time, talking to you and talking to you on the left hand. So you can do it. But gentlemen,
Yeah.
welcome. Look, tonight
Thank you. Thank you.
to start with this controversial issues with people saying that President Weah chop the other day in the Liberian way. Chop. If you recall, the president was asked a question by his butler,
Yeah.
his special aide, um,
Yeah. Sekou Kolasco.
and it had to do with going to the City of Hope uh, village that was built by his wife. And the question was his impression about it. And he said, it's impressive.
Yes.
People are dissecting the language, they're doing all kinds of stuff. And we'll play it and we'll have your opinion. I have my position. I know that I stand firm by that. But again, we all can agree to disagree.
Yeah.
So let me get to it quick. Let's start with that. Just as a teaser before we go into the nitty gritty of our conversation. So let's hear from President Weah. Let's be a little quiet so we can hear uh, the conversation.
When you're doing a visit ahead of the opening, and you being is your wife that is undertaking this initiative. And what is your impression about the entire process?
My impression is very impressive.
I want you to pay attention, gentlemen, because the
Yeah.
conversation here, I want you to pay attention. I want you to pay attention. I will start again.
When you're doing a visit ahead of the opening, and you being is your wife that is undertaking this initiative. And what is your impression about the entire process?
My impression is very impressive.
When you're doing a visit.
So, Moses, let's
Yeah.
start with you. Because I pick up something here, and I know millions of people did not pick up. The people who say he's wrong and who went to Facebook and put in adverb and adjective and now and pronoun and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
What is your take? Is the president wrong?
Well. Well.
We're not going to dwell on it too long now. I don't.
Yeah. As a student of communication, I'm not an expert, but I think the president was in the wrong. The word impression means first the word is a noun, which means someone's opinion, someone's feeling. And the question to him was, what is your impression? So the feedback would have been
Let's go.
how he feel about the dedication.
Okay, so
And
let's
then he said
hold,
his impression,
hold on.
I'm coming quickly.
But I
He
want us to
said,
dissect it.
yeah, that's why I want to dissect.
Okay.
He said he used two words.
Mhm.
His impression was impressive. And I'm saying the word impressive is an adjective, it's a thought. So for him to say that his opinion was impressive, I disagree with that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
pay attention. Pay attention. Alfonso, you're coming, but pay attention.
And you're doing a visit ahead of the opening, and you being is your wife that is undertaking this initiative. And what is your impression about the entire process?
My impression.
Did you pick up on something there, Alfonso? Let's hear from you.
Oh,
Alfonso, don't tell me you frozen again, my man.
I think he's frozen.
We can't hear you, Alfonso. You're muted.
I'm muted. Sorry, I was muted. I muted myself because you said let's be quiet so we can hear. So I muted myself. I don't know. I didn't quite understand what he said. I believe what he said or what I've seen on Facebook was that my impression is that it is impressive. Now, if he
No,
said
my
my impression is that
He
it's
said my
impressive,
impression is impressive.
then
That's what he
then
said.
No, Moses. No.
No, that's what he said.
No,
Play the clip again, Volcano.
Moses, slow down.
No, but
Moses, you got
let
it.
the man get a message, my brother.
No, don't do that. I gave you the opportunity. You broke down your grammar. You did everything.
Okay, yeah, go
Let's
ahead.
let's listen.
Yeah, play for the man game.
Let's listen to Alfonso.
Yeah.
That's his time. You finish with your own. You can't change on it now.
So
Stay.
I,
No, I'm
yeah,
not changing.
if
But
what
So
the man did not get the message clear
okay,
that what he's
so,
saying.
hold
So
on
pray
now.
for him.
Hold on. And I'm the
Yeah.
moderator. And I
Yeah.
the one brought this thing here. And I
I
the one who
agree.
listened to it. And
Hmm.
I told you when people are speaking, you gotta pay attention.
I know.
Pay attention. You have your head down. Some of you think that paying attention means to listen.
But man, I
Uh-uh.
listened to what he
Yeah,
said
but it's not always to
repeatedly.
hold on, Moses. It's not
Yeah.
always listening mean you paying attention.
Okay.
You can be listening and your mind can wander off. So let's pay attention now. Pay
But
attention holistically. Everything on you should pay attention.
yeah.
okay.
All right.
So
So I'm playing it now.
yeah.
I'm playing
So
for
the
you.
subject,
Moses,
the
Moses,
sub,
Alfonso,
you
I'm
want
playing
to
it.
play it? Okay, go
Yeah,
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm playing the thing for
say
you.
you're not sure, so I want to play it for you.
Pressure is very impressive.
Let's
And you
start from
doing
here.
a visit ahead of the opening, and you being is your wife that is undertaking this initiative. And what is your impression about the entire process?
My impression is very impressive.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Impression.
Don't say nothing. You're
Mhm.
done. Be quiet. Let's hear from Alfonso.
So the subject there is the whatever place or whatever the woman was dedicating. That's the subject. That's what's being discussed.
You see, that's how
So
smart
the
people.
question was his
From there,
feelings
you are
about.
dog nowhere smart. Take that. Good. I give that to you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the subject is that is whatever the object is. So that is being
The
discussed.
structure, the
So
structure, the
the
facility.
question was, how do you feel? How do you feel about your wife doing this thing? So his question, in my view, is it is impressive. Meaning, what she did is impressive, not
That's it.
his
That's
impression
it.
being
Alfonso,
impressive.
Alfonso,
Yeah,
don't say
that's
anything
that's
again.
my
No,
understanding.
No, Moses, don't.
no,
Moses is
no, my man.
Yeah.
No, you can't stop
not.
me from saying
You
something.
can
No,
eject. You cannot eject.
no, I'm not rejecting. I'm saying,
But you can.
look,
No, Moses, you can't do that.
no,
Moses,
Volcano.
Moses, I will give you time. I will
Okay. Oh yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
give you
Complete
time.
your
Do
thought.
that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
made your case. You said the man is wrong.
The
We
man is
are
wrong.
telling you here the question, the way the man answered the question. I'm not a fanatic of a president, a former president. We are, but he won this one big
He did
time.
not. He
And
did not.
Moses, you can't do this.
Oh, that's
Alfonso,
my opinion,
yeah,
though.
but you can be interrupting.
Okay, go ahead.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Alfonso, you are absolutely right. It is not the question in the moment. It is the subject matter being talked about. Your wife has done this elaborate stuff. What is your impression about this
Yeah.
elaborate stuff?
Mm-hmm.
And we are speaks with gesture. That's what I'm saying. When you're watching speakers, you don't just listen. You watch the gesture. And I will play it so that you can see when we are point his hand to the structure, to the facility. That is impressive. You see, and I look at talk show media hosts, they just talk. People are not trained to understand these things and they just want to jump and make a blanket conclusion. Watch the man as he speaks again. He gesture it, and it's not just because he said impressive, everybody running with it. Watch it. I want you to pay attention to his body, not what he said. Pay attention to his
And
body.
you're doing a visit
He would
ahead of
take
the
his hand
opening,
off
and you
this
being
guy's shoulder and point it
is your wife
to
that
the
is
structure.
undertaking this initiative. And what is your impression about the entire process?
My impression is very impressive.
See it?
And you're doing a
Points to it.
visit
My impression
ahead of the
is
opening,
very
and you being
my
Look,
oh, Moses,
you have spoken enough. Let me say something now,
you're
please.
not saying nothing yet. Hold on. My impression, you see, his hand is on Kimaya, but he takes his right hand and he points it in a direction. My impression is very impressive. The structure is very impressive. It's
Okay.
not his
Uh,
impression about his thought process. It is
no.
the structure that he's referencing.
No.
Because Moses, you can do that.
No. That's my opinion, though.
Hold on, yeah, but your
Yeah.
opinion will not win. I play it.
Yeah. No. I
No,
don't have to win.
Moses, yeah,
Yeah.
hold
But
on.
listen.
But let me
Listen.
play it one more time.
No. You don't have to
No,
play. You are playing the thing repeatedly.
no, no.
You have spoken. Let me express my
Moses,
thought.
you can do that.
Just give me the opportunity.
Moses,
No.
I told you I
You
will give
play
you time. Moses, you can't do that.
it.
You want to moderate, then go ahead.
No, what I'm saying.
Why you being anxious? I said I will give you your time.
Oh, okay, go
I
ahead.
said it over and over. I will
You
give
play
you.
as many times. Yeah, go
No,
ahead.
I'm playing it because I want. I'm not playing it for you. I'm playing it for the audience. I'm
No,
playing it
but
for the hundreds and
we
thousands
shouldn't
of
mislead
people
the people.
who think that Mr. Weah was wrong and he was not wrong. Watch it.
Obviously, he was.
Moses. Moses.
And you're doing a visit ahead of the opening, and you being it's your wife that is not taking this initiative. And what is your impression about the entire process?
My impression is very impressive.
There you go. He puts his hand to it. Go ahead, make your kids now.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. The guy asking, that's why there are two key words that we need to understand. The guy asking, what is your impression? Basically asking him, Mr. President or Mr. Former President, what is your opinion about this project? And instead of saying, well, I think it was a great job or that, he come and say, he repeats the same word, my opinion is impressive. And I'm saying he's wrong.
He didn't say is. That's why you keep saying
No,
the man
yeah,
did not
he
say
said it is. He
it's.
said it is. But what I'm saying, you say,
Hold on. Yeah,
oh,
but
no, no, Volcano, wait, my man, you
yeah.
spoke a lot. Give me some
Go ahead.
chance, yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So what I'm saying, you are reading into a lot. You say the man is gesturing. You
I'm
assuming,
reading into a lot.
no, no, wait, you
Reading
are
into
assuming,
a
wait,
straight
let
assumption.
me finish. Yeah, let me finish, my
I say
man.
I'm reading into a lot.
You are assuming for the
I'm not
fact that
assuming.
you,
It's factual.
but wait, my man, you are not allowing me speak now.
Yeah, but you don't say I'm assuming.
You that's my
Say
opinion
your
though.
position.
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
the same subjectivity that you apply to interpret what the president meant is the same subjectivity I'm also using to interpret what he said. You said for the fact that he had a point, I mean, he made a gesture by doing this, it means that he was making reference to the project. And I'm saying, grammatically speaking, for the fact that my impression is impressive, I'm saying, grammatically speaking, he's in the wrong. He's in the wrong because the word impression, it means opinion. And the question was, what is your opinion? Your opinion cannot be impressive. No.
So
No.
Moses,
So
Yes.
you got this
are
wrong.
you suggesting that what he said when he asked the project about the project and what's your impression? Are you suggesting what he said was my impression is
It's
impressive?
impressive. That's why he
Could
said.
he
Never
have
said that.
said?
No,
Could,
I'm not
could he have
assuming.
said? Let me ask.
Never
Could
said
he
that.
have said?
Yeah.
Could he have
Mhm.
said my impression is it's impressive, which is it is impressive, and you
Impressive.
just
Yes.
heard is,
My
and you just
impression
heard
is
is.
impressive. Yeah, my
But,
impression is
but
impressive. That's what
no,
he said.
But
no,
no,
you
Hey,
my
Mama, listen
impression
to his
is
name, man.
no. Moses,
Okay,
Moses,
you're not
could
leaving
he
it
have
back.
said? Moses, let me ask. Could he have
Mhm.
said my impression? No, I'm coming. Could you have said my
Yeah,
impression is it's meaning it is impressive, which is why how he
it could have
sounded like
been.
to me. If he,
Yeah,
I mean,
but,
he might not have
is
said it is,
but
yeah,
but
he said
Alfonso,
it's.
for the
He
for
said
the fact
is.
no,
He said
no,
it's
no,
with
for
a
the fact
gesture.
that the president did not say it is impressive. What I heard from him, what many
it's
people
yeah.
listening to this podcast heard from Mr. Weir, is that my impression is impressive.
Uh-huh.
It's not
If
is.
you,
It's
hey,
it's.
Volcano,
But let me
my
tell you,
man, how many times you played in one video
because you
here?
hear
Ain't
me.
nobody heard it. All
No,
right, let's
listen
move on,
one
guys.
more time, man.
We got a lot of
And
discussion
you're
now.
doing a visit ahead of the opening,
My
and you
It's
being
not
my
saying,
Let
impression,
me understand now. Let me
it's
play it one more
impressive.
time. Yeah,
yeah,
it's.
Meaning
That's what
it
he
is.
said.
yeah, you didn't say
it's
it.
your wife that is not taking this initiative. And what is your impression about the entire process?
My impression is very impressive.
It's
And
very
you're doing a
impressive.
It's very
visit
impressive.
ahead of the opening, and you
It's.
Hey, my
being
man, no, my man.
it's your wife that is
Don't
not
go
taking
worry
this
the man,
initiative.
my man. You listen to the man. The
Man,
man said my impression is very
he
impressive.
never said
Hey,
is.
okay, let's leave him out. Let's move forward with another
And
stuff.
and
Yeah,
and and Alfonso, what I was talking about,
let's move
when
forward.
you look, when you listening to people sometimes, because the way we chew on our words and we don't pronounce, people
There's no way you can help the man. The man
Moses,
said is.
I'm not helping the
You
man.
didn't say it is. You
Pointed,
said is.
pointed to the structure.
Oh no, Mama, you're reading a
Elaborate
lot into
yourself.
what a man
We
did.
are
You said
reading a
for the
lot.
fact that the man made a gesture by swinging his hand this way,
He
it
pointed.
means that he said it is, and that is not what he said.
He said
The man said my impression is impressive. That's what
it's
he said.
impressive.
You
It's
didn't say it is.
his hand. You see, but the truth there is what we saw here makes it very clear that we
I'll
have
go bring my hat.
a personal impression. He was talking about how impressive the structure is. And Alfonso, you said the right thing. What led to that point was they were discussing this project.
Yes. And then
Okay,
if he
and he
made
pointed
if
to the
he
project.
intended saying if he intended making reference to the project,
He
he
pointed.
would have no. My man, that was saying you're reading a lot.
Oh, you may read the
And
menu.
you know, when I say you're reading a lot, for
Okay.
the fact that you saw the man swinging a hand, you assume that the man was
I
making
assume,
reference to the project.
I assume, I assume the man. That's not assumption. When you study these kinds of things, you look for all of this sort of this.
No, man,
You look for
forget
all
it.
of this sort of
Man,
this.
I
Bring it.
disagree with you, my brother. The
No,
president is in the wrong.
you can
You
know.
know.
You can know.
The first time you listen to the man repeatedly, you heard the man say
It's
it's impressive. He didn't say it's.
all right.
It would have even been wrong to say it's impressive. No, it is.
Impressive.
You can say it's impressive. You say
It,
it is. If you say
I
it,
just was
then being
yes.
let's come back to this. If you say it's, then the word is being used as what? Possessive.
No. RT
Listen,
apostrophe.
yeah. RT
It
apostrophe
is
is
conjunction.
it is possessive,
Yeah,
and if you say it
it
is,
is.
then it is clear. If you say it's you can say it's
No,
both it's chairs,
no.
I mean it is a chair, great. But for you
Yeah,
to say the
yeah,
president say it's
yeah.
impressive,
Yeah.
it is absolutely wrong. The president would be wrong to say that.
No,
Let me
no,
Alfonso.
no contraction. No, Moses. No. It's
The,
there's an
the
it's that is possessive, and
president will
there's an
not
it's
flow.
that is and there's an it's that is.
Impression cannot
But
be it's
Moses, hold on
impressive.
now.
No, it's wrong.
Moses, there's an it that is possessive, and there's an
I
it
agree.
that is a conjunction. I mean that
I
there's a
agree. Yes,
contraction. Sorry,
I
contraction.
agree.
So
Contraction. Yes, I
contraction, you
agree.
say it is. Instead of saying
It
it
is.
is, you say it's. It apostrophe it is impressive. Then
Yes.
there is, as you said, an it's
Yeah.
that is also possessive. It's
Possessive.
here,
Yeah.
it's something. So there are two it.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah.
could have said it's
It is.
impressive, meaning it is impressive. Yes. So
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
case, it would not be in a possessive term.
Absolutely. So I
Yeah.
agree.
But
So
So if
when
but
we
that's what he
verbalize
said,
it, when
no,
we
he's
verbalize
grammatically
it, we say,
correct.
yeah, it's
but
wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
but but
Mhm.
um
The
Yeah.
president is wrong.
You
no
can say it. And when you verbalize, you can say it. Yeah.
but but in the possessive aspect of it, will you put an
Mm.
apostrophe to the
Yes.
S or it will
Yes.
be ITS?
No, you put
Hold on,
apostrophe.
I ask a
Yeah.
question.
Yeah. Don't
Alfonso,
want to say
No,
we didn't
when you
ITS,
when you
ITS
not
good,
apostrophe.
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Apostrophe mean it.
Mhm. No, when you
They put
showing
apostrophe.
ownership, yeah,
No.
when you showing ownership,
Uh-huh.
you add a S to the T.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So that's the possession part.
yeah,
He was referencing something.
Mo-
yeah,
And
and
we are like,
and
oh,
the president meant to say because
No.
you said
So
now for
why
the
he
fact
was
forget to say for the fact that the man did hell you were making reference to the building.
yes, he pointed to the building. The man was
actually Moses,
Yeah,
that is true, but let's not
yeah,
even
let's
say that
move
was the
forward,
case.
man.
we
His
are
Yeah,
the
all
my man,
question
let's move
posed to
yes,
forward,
him,
man.
the question posed to him, the question posed to him was about the building. So
About the
what
building.
his response was about the building.
the building,
Yeah,
not
So
his
yeah,
himself.
so
response. So he
Volcano
said,
said he pointed to the building. Yeah, yeah.
so
That
so man,
former
So
president, we are not
everything
going
he
to
said
say
was about the building. Response
everything
to
he
that
spoke about
question.
was about the
all
building.
right, guys, let's move forward. We got a lot of important
All right.
discussion
So
today.
listen, man.
Don't
Today,
we got our history now? Yeah,
Dr. Raptel Nijay Pillay
yeah.
served as the orator
Mhm.
um, at the July 26th celebration in Monrovia at the Centennial Pavilion.
Mhm.
Um, a speech that I don't know if any of you listened
I did
so far.
listen. I did
Uh,
listen, and I she said a couple of things that I think she was being academic more than somebody will talking in terms of a reality. And it is good that you introduce this. I will give you the opportunity to go ahead so we can really, dissect some of the things that you said that I personally have problem with. So let me
so,
stop and give you the chance to go ahead.
so I would say that the areas that I was concerned about
Hmm.
are the areas where the American charge d'affaires, Madame Rodriguez, left the hall. I was also concerned, and in a positive way, when she talked to President Barker directly and said, these are things that you shouldn't be doing because the people trusted that you have come to rescue. And that was bold. So one of the things I'm concerned with is that we always take our problems and put it on America as if to say America move in Liberia and sitting there and subjugating us to a way of life that is happening. The corruption, the poverty, the lack of rule of law, the lack of quality education, the lack of quality health care, the fact that we take our economy and put it in the hands of foreigners, all of these things that we do to ourselves, we always turn to America and say, what have they done for us? And that was the clear message she sent today.
Yeah.
So I want to go there, play the clip,
Yeah.
and from that part,
Yeah. Let's dissect it.
and then we talk about it because people like Snow, even one time, the other time during the confirmation hearing, uh, badmouth the United States. Today again, he made similar reference on Spoon Network. But these are the people who run here for education. These are the people who run here for sanctuary. These are the people who have offshore accounts here, but yet,
Their families are in the United States.
yes, and they brag about it, but yet to take America, rather put the blame of Liberia on America. So let me get to the clip quickly, so we can.
President Whitehouse, I urge you to withdraw this nomination and not allow public shrinking to derail one of the most important appointments of your time in office.
So quickly, this is the
Yeah. Yeah.
this is the head. She's referencing the head of the War and Economic Crimes Court, the Massacre guy, Jonathan Massacre,
Okay.
said that the way he was appointed was dubious. It should have come from the public. So civil society should have vetted the person to head that court. So he started wrong.
Staff this office with outstanding human rights defenders, many of whom have been advocating in the trenches for decades. Finally, I remain very concerned about the outsized influence of the United States in
I'm concerned about America's influence
our transitional justice process.
in the transitional justice process in Liberia.
We must forge new strategic partnerships based on mutual benefits and disabuse ourselves of the notion that we have a special relationship with America. Truth be told, this special relationship only exists in our imagination. We were never
So they were walking out of the hall, the Chargé
Yeah.
filled in hall.
Take it
Yep.
Team.
wrong. It has given.
So representatives from the U.S. Embassy in Liberia
So you ready for us to come in?
access the hall, probably due to the message
The
from
United
the
States
orator.
will always
So
serve the
representatives
interests
with
of
the
our
Shashi
country.
Affairs, the U.S. Embassy near Monrovia has just departed the hall
We accept
due to
these truths.
the message,
We
probably.
will appreciate that a reimagined Liberia is nobody's stepchild.
All right, and then I'll do this too. So
Yeah.
I will do this as well. Uh,
Yeah.
hold on, Moses. I'll do this as well. Let me stop this sharing and bring this one. Alfonso, keep going. Oh, I don't know, man.
Yeah. He will come back.
Yeah, but I can't help. I can't have him on the screen like that.
I'm here. I turned my camera off to go get pen to come take some notes. So I'm here.
All right. So if you're back, um, so this is it.
Yeah.
So it says here. So she says, first, although Executive Order number 131, establishing the Office of the War and Economic Crimes Court, was celebrated as long overdue, it still is a short lifespan of 12 months. Time is of the essence, but we are moving at a small pace or snail's pace. Second, the executive director of this office was selected under dubious circumstances with apparently no civil society vetting or endorsement. Then she said, this is unacceptable. President Boyka, I urge you to withdraw this nomination and not allow not politicking,
Mhm.
politicking to derail one of the most important appointments of your time in office. Staff the office with upstanding Liberian human rights defenders, many of whom have been advocating in the trenches for decades.
So that
Finally, I remain very concerned about the outsized influence of the United States in our transitional justice process. We must forge new strategic partnerships based on mutual benefit and disabuse ourselves of the notion that we have a special relationship with America. But truth be told, this so-called special relationship only exists in our imagination, lest we forget the United States was one of the last countries to recognize our independence. Lest we forget the United States has taken more from us than it has given. Lest we forget the United States will always serve its own interests above all else. Once we accept these truths, we will appreciate that a reimagined Liberia can never be
and
any stepchild.
that's okay, Volcano.
No, no, no. I want us to pick up
Yeah.
the key.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Most,
I would like to
why you say okay?
I would like to start with this.
Come again.
Let me first start from a different angle on this. I'm disappointed that the orator for the day did not come across as a polished public speaker. She was loud. Her presentation was horrible. The way she presented at that gathering, it was very, very horrible.
And let me add too quickly.
And
Let me
yeah,
add quickly. It's like she was reading poetry.
yeah, it's like someone rehearsed a speech and she just wanted to deliver it. She came across like any kindergartner. I'm sorry to say this, but she didn't come across as a professor, as a PhD holder. We have a high degree of respect for people with terminal degree. A PhD is a terminal degree. So when you mount the podium to speak, you engage people, you come across as well polished, articulate, and she wasn't like that. Now let's come to the speech. Uh, the allegation, let's even start at home. She said that the way President Bouaka appointed the head of the war crime court, uh, as far as she's concerned, the process is what?
Dubious.
Dubious. What does she mean by that? For the fact that the president did not reach out to civil society, does that mean that the process was dubious? I beg to differ with the professor on that. She's assuming. Professors don't assume, they speak based on empirical evidence. For the fact that the president didn't bring in a civil servants, I mean, civil service, quote unquote, people from the civil service
Society.
society. Yeah, for the
Civil,
fact that he
civil
didn't do
society.
that, yeah, civil society, for the fact that he didn't do that, doesn't make the appointment dubious. So she's wrong on that. The president has constitutional authority to appoint and dismiss at will. If his team vetted this gentleman and they made a decision to appoint him as head of the war crime court, who knows? There could be other appointments coming. And those people could come from what? Civil society. Secondly, she said America is deeply involved in the process. Has she forgotten the role that America played in the life of Liberians over the year, even the Civil War? Does she know the number of financial investment America made in supporting ECOWAS? Does she know the number of financial investment the United Nations? Don't forget, America contributes the lion's share of funding of work of the United Nations. So to have a professor come and literally denigrate America and saying that, oh, well, America owes Liberia more than what Liberia has done for Americans, I beg to differ. How
No,
does she define sovereignty?
you mean
Let me stop there.
what America has done for Liberia?
Yeah, that America has done more. I mean, that Liberia has done more for America than what America has done for Liberians.
Yeah,
I beg to differ with the professor.
yeah, absolutely.
That's absolute falsehood.
Yeah, go ahead,
Yes. Let me
Alfonso.
stop there.
Alfonso.
The misery.
You
Yeah,
may not
Mama, go ahead.
read it,
Go ahead, Volcano. The man will get ready. You come. Go ahead. Forget it. You know. Are you there, Alfonso? The man's frozen. Go ahead, Alfonso.
A man's ready. I agree with Moses. I agree with. You not hearing me?
Yeah, we are listening.
Oh, I agree with Moses in much of what he said. Yeah, totally agree with Moses. I think what the orator did today. I mean, I'll begin with the oration itself, and then I'll go into other things. What the orator did today, and I agree with you. I mean, dubious has several definitions. It's suspecting, it's doubting. You have doubts about the person or the action or whatever. Apparently, that's where the professor was coming from. She doubts that
Hmm.
this person is credible and whatever. She doubts that the president
Yeah.
is well intentioned and meaningful in terms of setting a war and economic crimes code, etc. Maybe that's where she came from in terms of using the word dubious.
she said
I am one of the
she
people who
said
has been advocating.
she said it was done under dubious circumstances.
Yeah. So
So
she
that,
was
that
basically
qualifies
doubting
that
what the president
qualifies
did.
for
Yeah.
Yeah.
deep.
So
Yeah.
So that means she knows more
Then
than
so
what?
we
she
know.
doubts.
Yeah.
Yeah, perhaps that also means that she's probably doubts that the president actually wants to do a war crime, or he just trying to put people there who will not move forward with it, or who will undermine it, or who will just go after some people. Regardless, um, I'm one of the people who's been advocating that the president should, do broad-based consultation in terms of the people and reach out to people who have really worked in human rights over the years. So I agree with that particular aspect of it. but I wouldn't have gone as far as saying it is dubious. Sometimes you want people to do things or whatever. We have a culture and the tendency to say whenever we disagree with somebody, we assign them motives.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, there might be no motive. There might just be that he's did it this way, and when you have a conversation with him, it might get it and come your way. But to say, "Oh, you are reactionary, you are wrong, you
Yeah.
are dubious," you create a barrier, and I think that the speaker did that today. So now there's a fight now. Oh, you think I'm dubious? Or I'm not dubious. No, I will not do it.
Okay, and I
Those
won't
kinds
listen
of
to
things.
nobody
We have to
again.
be mindful of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. As I was listening and following today, though, here is something. Even before this whole thing came, two things came to my mind. One of them is, why are we having Independence Day celebrations and calling speakers to come and speak and give speeches? What have we gained from that? How many times have we taken the speeches people gave and said, "Oh, yeah, the speaker said we're going to be road, we're going to be road. The speaker said we're going to be school, so we're going to be school." That's the one thing. I then talk about John Magafuli. I thought of John Magafuli and many other leaders. When John Magafuli took over, cholera was killing people in his country, Tanzania, which is basically what happens every day in Sonny Wayne and Claratown, everywhere. He said, "I'm taking this money that was put aside for Independence Day celebration, and we're going to do cleanup and clean those places that, cholera killing people, and we'll build hospital in those swamps and put nurses and doctors there. We'll take the money and utilize it for that." That's why I thought Mr. Boakai, given his arrest agenda and everything, would have focused on, instead of this whole pomp and pageantry, thousands, if not millions of dollars on celebrating and drinking wine and drinking gin and all of those things. All right, that's the one aspect that I thought that I'm a little bit frustrated about. We're in the need. We're in dire need. We got Zogos in the streets. We got the elite drinking wine and celebrating. I wonder what's happening to the cherry industry. Are they celebrating? I don't know. The second thing is, if we want our independent celebration to be about ideas, people bringing ideas that will move the country forward, here's my suggestion. Let's hold regional consultations. Let's hold regional forums. Let's bring youth, women, something. Let's go to Southeastern region and say the Southeastern Consultative Forum for Independence. What is the problem in the South? What should we do? What should government do? Let's go to the North or in the center. Let's have these consultations with our people, and let's come up with documents about what the people feel and need, and let's implement those things that the people want. I think that's a better way of getting a good out of our independence celebration, of assessing ourselves. What have we done over the years? What can we do better? And also, Moses Sandy to come and give a speech, and Volcano Shelton, um, to come and give a speech and go. That's my submission to this point.
All right,
I think
Alfonso,
we need
thank
to
you.
get away from the things that haven't worked.
So,
Getting speakers to come and talk nonsense is something. So I'll end there.
let me say from my perspective. First, she said this little girl.
Yeah.
When it got to a point in her speech, she referenced herself as I
Little girl.
told you said this little girl got
Yeah.
mouth,
Yeah.
our mouth. But that's what happens when young women become doctors. They're overclothed. No experience because age is a factor of experience. Having a young doctor, maybe 25, 30 years old, that don't make you to know much of anything. You just were reading from the classroom. You have not even lived the experience
Nothing.
of the world's presentation.
Yeah.
She spent most of her time out of Liberia. Put it that way. She was educated here and educated in London. Someone said why she didn't reference the very England. England played a part in colonialism. Why she didn't reference other superpowers?
Hmm.
Why only America? Or because she has a job in teaching at LSE, London School of Economics. So she's afraid to say something because she may not have a job by the time she flies back to England, right? But let's come back to the reality here. For us and for me, particularly, Volcano Shelton, 26 for me should not be about what other countries have done for us. We're celebrating 177 years, and we're still asking what has America done for us? With all our resources, what is America's investment in Liberia right now today? None whatsoever. America's work in Liberia is more based on humanitarian, it's more based on giving back. The Accelerator, is that an American company? The Firestone we cry about every day. We had a chance to revisit the clause. We had people change the rent. If somebody renting from you, and you would change the rent based on the economy, based on the global trends.
Mhm.
Liberia had all the right over the 100 years of this so-called deal designed with Firestone, CDB King. They could have gone back based on the economic trends, the global trends in the product, and say, Harvey Firestone, we want to go back to the drawing board. What we signed for then is not what it is now. But we didn't do it at a government level because somebody got the cut, somebody got the kickback. So when people blame America, when Liberians blame America for the Kwamaya, it hurts me because it is you and myself who have come to this country and have become better when our own country could not provide us the opportunity. The thousands and thousands, if not millions of us in the diaspora around the world, our own country does not even receive us when we go back. But we are the ones working hard here, extra hours, long hours to develop that country. We're the ones infusing the US dollars in that country. The Nigerian banks in Liberia, what are they bringing? A Naira? Is it Naira they're bringing? Are they bringing US? Are they bringing British pounds? All of the banks in the country now are just regional banks. We don't have the American banks like the Chase Manhattan and the Citibank. No more. We put it on ourselves. We have bad governance. We have corruption. It takes the American to tell us that you people are stupid. You're voting for the people who stealing from you and who hurting you. But let me close on this point. She's saying it's an oversized influence of America in the transitional justice process. Who's going to pay for it? Is it Pele going to pay for it? Is it the London School of Economics going to pay for it? Who's going to pay for the transitional justice? When all of us Liberians who are crying for justice, it is the Americans. So yes, they must have some say in the matter. They must have a degree of influence. Had it not been for the American, Liberia would be no more.
And my man, you got to mute your stuff, Alfonso.
It took
Tell it, Alfonso. Yeah, muting.
it took George Bush to just make a statement. You got Gange was going nowhere. You and I know it. Gange was going nowhere.
Yeah.
Gange said we'll stand the country upside down. But when George Bush said it, and Gange saw what happened to Saddam Hussein, he said, let me give it. So there's no way you can denigrate and downplay the relationship of Liberia to America and what America has done for Liberia. America has done billions for Liberia than we have done for ourselves. I'm not even saying what we've done for them. I'm saying than we have done for ourselves. Even the very good they're giving us is like, in 30 seconds, it's like you're giving money to somebody for a purpose, right? You get a man the money to go to school, and the man tell the money to go in the ghetto. That's the way you should liken Liberia's approach to what America is doing. America giving us all this aid, our government officials sitting on top of them and bettering themselves and leaving the masses undone. That is why she could have said to her audience, you ministers, you this, you are the reason why our country is where we are. And even all the international partners support to this country, the people are not feeling it. That's the kind of message, if I were the orator, I would have been giving. Moses?
Yeah, look, Volcano, independent orations are intended to bring people together. The purpose of an oration is to help people do self reflection. Unfortunately, Dr. Pele let Liberia down today. She used that very huge platform that they gave her, that opportunity that they gave her to drive a wedge between America and the people of Liberia. The Roberts International Airport that we talk about today, who built that?
No, the one that she flew through, like she
Yeah,
canoe,
who built that?
from the
Hmm.
from
Who
London.
built that? It was the Americans. Let me give you the most recent example. The former ambassador, the money they sent for medical services, hospitals in Margibi. Did you not hear the ambassador say that that money was being misdirected by Liberian officials? When Liberians were all over in West Africa and other parts of the world, who stepped up to the place? When Mr. Taylor became intransigent, wasn't America that made Mr. Taylor to leave? Look at all the national development, the Booker Washington Institute. Who set up that? The Americans. The Millennium Project, isn't that being funded by grant from Americans? And you have a doctorate, a PhD, and come and try to drive a wedge between the people of Liberia and Americans.
I think the distinction here say a young PhD or a young doctor.
Yeah, a young PhD, a confused PhD, who is not well researched, who is not well read, who is not a polished public speaker. Look at how she denigrated herself today, walking all over the place, feigning herself. Is that how you do oration? I
Like,
mean, the woman presented like someone in grade school
yeah.
or PhD.
Moses
Even
can
my
go.
daughter, even my
Moses
13-year-old daughter would not have done
Moses
that.
can
But
go
I
to
did it
this.
again. No, I mean, look, sometimes we need to tell people I'm a critical
Moses can go.
person, you know. I'm a very critical person. I watched this lady, I was extremely disappointed. She was so loud, talking at the top of her voice, with all the dignitaries sitting over there and telling the president that he was being what? Dubious because he didn't select somebody of her choice.
God,
A
yeah, she's an
PhD.
activist.
Yeah, a PhD. I mean, so I'm disappointed, but I hope that Americans will consider the people of Liberia. What our leader said today doesn't represent the view of the government.
Oh, no, no, no.
You know, you
Don't
know,
say the government.
yeah,
Majority of the downtrodden masses.
yeah, it doesn't represent.
Yeah,
You
say
know,
the government team from
yeah.
there.
Look, quickly, let me say
Let
this.
her brought her there. So take it.
Yeah,
Let the government.
and Volcano, you said something. When we talk about independence, when you say you are independent, you are a sovereign country, it means that you have the capability to fend for yourself, to take care of your basic needs and services. You have the capability to provide, security protection for your people. In the case of Liberia, let's look at how dependent, the dependency syndrome, how it is retarding national progress in Liberia. Everywhere you turn to, the ministerial complex, who built that? The Chinese. To tell you how dependency syndrome is killing the people of Liberia.
They said it.
The Chinese.
Said a new runway, new terminal.
Yeah, the new terminal, the Chinese. The annex at the Capitol building, the Chinese. The Japanese highway, the people of Japan. Um, the Samuel Kanye Sports Complex, it was built by what? The Chinese, right?
Yeah,
Alphonso? The
yeah.
Chinese did that. Everything in the country, they say, oh,
Yeah,
we will ask for international donation. But the question that comes, you are generating income. You raise taxes. You use the money to support public officials who are doing basically nothing for the country.
But Moses,
Yes,
let me hold
yes,
you in your thought while we strike this point. This point
yes.
is critical.
Mhm.
This point, and Alfonso, when you pay attention, she said we must forge new strategic partnerships
Yeah, telling the people indirectly break away from America.
coming based on mutual benefit and disabuse ourselves of the notion that we have a special relationship with America.
Mhm. Indirectly
Let
telling,
me hear from Alfonso on that.
So
yeah,
I
go
don't
ahead.
even know what she means. Yeah, so I don't even understand what she means by forging strategic partnerships
But
and distribution yourself,
let
as
me
if
contextualize,
America was stopping us from forging.
but let me contextualize it.
When somebody just wrote that speech and gave it rally.
No, listen. Let me contextualize it. You want me? Let me just put it
Go
very simple
ahead, Volcano.
context sometimes. She's talking about
Right.
this war and economic crime court
Yeah,
and America's oversized involvement in our transitional
Exactly.
justice process.
mhm,
So now
mhm.
she's saying that in
Influence.
that
Yeah.
same lane, in that same lane,
Transitional.
yeah, in that same lane of the transitional justice process that America seems
Yeah.
to be oversized in terms of its influence, let us now forge new strategic partnerships based on mutual benefits and disabuse ourselves of the notion that we have a special relationship with
Yes,
America.
shape of
Who's
America.
going to fund the War and Economic Crime Code? What nation on earth?
We
Did
formed
China?
that.
Did Russia? Are these countries compared to freedom of speech, freedom of the press, the enjoyment that she and her family had here in America, to be free for her to go to school here and then transition to England? Who are the partners?
Wow.
That's the point I want to make. Who are the partners
Mhm.
So
in this
so
process? In
so
this
when she
process.
said America has an outsized influence
Yeah,
in
I just want
information
to
or
go
in the
outside. Yeah.
process of our transitional justice, I don't even understand what she means. Yeah. Is America competing with other countries, and then it's something is America doing something that Liberians don't want? Like what? Who else is wanting to share in this pie, and America taking a big share of the pie?
America
Because
said no.
outsize mean you're taking more than what you
Yes.
other people. So
Mhm.
who is
Who
calling
is
for more?
competing?
Is
Yeah.
America stepping on Liberia such that Liberia is not playing the role it's supposed to play in its process? Again, the professor needs to explain that. I'm
I
a human
mean,
rights activist. You all
yeah.
know that.
Right.
We founded the first human rights movement in Liberia. The first human rights organization, real human rights organization in the country was Justice and Peace Commission. When Justice and Peace Commission were founded, we used to walk. I went to MPFL, Ulimo K, Ulimo J, LPC territories and all of that. So I do have a vested interest in the formation of a war and economic crimes court in Liberia. But at the same time, I'm happy that America is pushing and nudging us to create it. I don't see that as an
Of course.
outsized influence. I don't see that as an undue influence. That's what we want. And who is the leader in the world for human rights? It's the United States of America. And for Ghana, as you said, it's not Russia, it's not China, it's not Japan. They're not interested in doing those things.
Where's she gonna
So
find
when
that
she said,
partnership? Where?
yeah, so when she said, yeah, when she said outsized influence, I don't know what she means, but
I
again,
don't know.
it is what it is.
So
And then of course, form strategic partnerships, which you mean by America don't stop no country from forming strategic partnership with other people.
Partnership,
It's not like
yeah.
we're in a partnership with America. America as a country doesn't go anywhere to invest and say we'll come and invest. They send their business people to do whatever. And we have, as you both said, we have the freedom and the right to say
Mhm.
that's why our legislature is the one that approves contracts. So
so
Yes.
we come, two people bid, and then we have the prices.
so pause there. This so-called, truth be told, special relationship only exists in our imagination. Lest we forget the
Yeah.
United States was one of the last countries to
Okay.
recognize our independence. Lest we forget the United States has taken more from us than it has given.
How much has Liberia given to
Let's
America?
stop there. Let's stop there. Let's stop
Mhm.
there. There are thousands and thousands, if not millions, of Liberians today in Liberia who are hailing this as a great speech.
Yeah,
There's one person here, Flomo 8700, say, I think her speech was great.
yeah,
This is
Yeah.
why I
That
say
is
we settle for mediocrity.
yeah.
This is why I say we settle because we hear a doctrine
Exactly. Yeah,
of somebody of the beginning of somebody's name. We take a speech that is divisive. We take a speech that is pointing finger to the greatest nation that has done so much for us
yeah.
that we cannot remove ourselves
No,
relationship, and then we want to say that this was a great speech. You know what makes a speech great on the birthday of a country?
a country. Yeah,
Coming Moses is the same that if you are celebrating your birthday and you say somebody comes tell the people about me,
yeah.
come there to tell the people about you. They're not going to be talking about your guests who didn't bring Kuwait water and who didn't bring Guinness and who because it's your birthday.
Yeah.
I'm breaking it down now for Liberians to know. Liberia's birthday, she invited her friends. She invited her guests. You, Liberia, asked to come speak for her, to tell the people about her good, all the things that she done for 177 years. You got nothing to talk because there's nothing good to talk about. You take all of that energy and you turn it around, and her best guest, who funded the party, the money that they're doing with that party, I sure America got influence on it. That's how you put your money on. So and you tell me say that great speech,
Yeah,
right? You
yeah,
telling your government, say you're stealing from the people, you put your hand around the new government, and then new government, here's your mistake. Stop auditing, can't tell the people about the earth moving machine. Of course, you put that in there, and that's why I said we'll go to that. Usually we'll take one side and we'll go to the other side. You do all of that, but then you down here talking about the people
yeah.
who
Just
feeding you,
shaming the people.
feeding you. You can't feed yourself.
Mhm.
Liberians cannot feed themselves. They've never been able to demonstrate that. They cannot take care of themselves. The few people who are in government looking flashy and big, eh? It's sad. Now, Flomo Livingston,
so
how America can be criticized.
That
yeah.
is not what we're
Why
saying.
America can be
Flomo,
crazy.
what you criticizing? Because I'll come over
Slow nobody's saying America
That
cannot
is not what we're
cannot
saying.
be
In fact, we're not saying that.
the
there.
fact of the matter is America, we're not saying America shouldn't and cannot be criticized. What we're saying, America doesn't owe you anything. America really does
Absolutely.
not owe you. And your plight,
Yeah,
your underdevelopment, your poverty
You can't
is
put
your
that at the
own
feet of
doing. It's
America.
not America.
Yeah.
you
That
can
is just the fact of it.
you
You
can
can
blame
criticize
America
America if you
for your
want to criticize
development.
America,
You
but
can't blame America for your poverty. You can't
put
blame
the phone,
America for
Flumo said, put the phone number. But yeah, I have to do something, guys.
you know your phone number. Just call
I
if
texted
you
you
have
both earlier,
because
so
you
look at
got
your phones.
the other one. Yeah. So call, you
Yeah,
know the
but
number. So yeah, so as we're saying, right? So we celebrating our own birthday party,
Mhm.
then we won't get vexed and say what America has done for us,
Okay.
and we must look for new partners. America just revamped your entire military, your whole military, revamp your police department, doing a whole lot for this country, day in and day out, from
Mhm.
immigration to many things. Oh, because they minimize visa again, it's reciprocal. What you do to America, and what America will do to you. So you're talking about mutual interest. Let's not be disingenuous here as as new modern Liberians. Let
But
us not.
But Alfonso, one thing the lady even
So
feel.
he said he was leaving at 8. He got a
Yeah, yeah, no, it's understandable. I saw that. But what I was saying is that the orator wanting to even fail to recognize the number of Liberians in the United States, the remittances to Liberia. Does she know how helpful those remittances are to the people and the government of Liberia? Does she understand how these people are contributing to the viability of the Liberian economy?
but disregard the contribution. Where is the contribution coming from? The
Yes.
contribution is coming from the fact that American economy can have job opportunities to assimilate us and employ us to be better income generating individuals.
Mm-hmm.
And where do we take our monies? We don't
Send
invest it
Liberia.
yet. We
Send it
throw it
Liberia.
back to Liberia. There are almost 1 million people in Liberians in the diaspora funding that country by the millions. Give credit to America for being able to create a society that when you come from there, you're able to fit in. Come on, man. We got people around here who can speak and write English, but they still living decent.
Of course, you don't need
And
a graduate
you got
degree.
college graduates all
Yeah,
over Monrovia town passing around.
yeah,
Nothing.
yeah,
How do you blame your situation on America's gift to you when
yeah,
America has kept giving and still giving?
yes.
What more you want this country to do for you?
And Volcano, it took,
The very you who are talking, Moses, to add this
yeah,
part, we coming.
yeah,
The very you who are talking and making the bad mouth are the same people who came here and benefited from it.
yeah. And you went to,
Anybody who wants to talk, let that person never got a visa to come here. Let that person be from way in Sapo rainforest to talk.
yeah, hmm
The very government official who bad mouth in America, in Liberia, who are posting and talking crap, are the same people who run here.
of course. They have the children here. When they take vacation, where do they go to? When they need health care, where do they go to? Don't they come to America?
Yeah, but they
Volcano?
bring the kids here to benefit on
They bring their kids and
our
out with the taxpayers. I know a couple of them cannot come to America because they have the children in this country that we as taxpayers are literally taking care of while they are sitting in Liberia. You know,
and
most of them are welfare recipients at the expense of we the taxpayer. And you have this young PhD, mounting a podium to denigrate America for no reason. Liberia is quote unquote a sovereign country. You know what it means to be sovereign? It means that you are independent. You are in control of your life. You have the right to self determination. You have the right to choose what you can do and what you cannot do. But how do you boast of this of this rights when you want water? Then you say, "Oh, let us the Chinese, let us the American, let us the Japanese to build our roads." When you want food, let's ask the American. When you want electricity, let's ask the Germans, let's ask the Americans, let's ask the United Nations. Everything about you is what? Looking out to others. Did the professor take all of this into consideration? The dependency syndrome is killing our country.
So my brother, you can celebrate your own birthday and blame the people for not bringing food to the
Yeah.
birthday
Oh,
party.
my man, you come to my birthday. Why your brother?
Yeah. So listen to what she says here. This is where she already threw herself under the bus, and I thought to play this. And the people who yelling and making noise, I'm not saying the speech was totally, utterly bad. There's some good spots. But she says here to President Barker, I know many people warned you about inviting me to serve as national orator. They told you that little girl got sharp mouth. Oh, but you did not listen to the naysayers, and for that, I am both humble and grateful. The Liberian people elected you to rescue them. 6 months in, expectations are high and morale low, but all is not lost because true change takes time. But listen, that little girl got sharp mouth.
Yeah.
That little girl.
A PhD. referring to ourselves as little girl. Yeah,
Cash App Month.
yeah.
And you display your little girl behavior. The way you spoke, it was not oratory. The way you were fanning yourself with your own speech, it was insulting. It tells me that
Yeah, your kid.
the environment for you, didn't put no air conditioner, didn't put no fan. The way you were inflicting all your gesturizing and shamming and carrying on, you felt because the American presence were there, where
Yeah.
the Americans were there and they were present, you wanted to prove a
To stand out. Yeah.
you wanted to show your sharp mouth.
Mhm.
You wanted to make yourself look like the little girl with a sharp mouth, and you did it.
Yeah, she dropped the ball.
Oh no,
She,
let him say great speech. Huh?
she, yeah, she dropped the ball. And one thing she said, Volcano, she talked about Liberia or the people of Liberia to uh, what decide on a national language. She proposing a national
These are not
language.
new things, man.
Yeah,
Moses
we have heard this many times.
changing the emblem, all these
Yeah,
things.
yeah, we have heard all these
My
things.
brother, this speech here,
Changing our national color. We
this
have
speech,
heard all
just
these things
aside,
over the
this
years.
speech was not no innovation.
No,
This
there was no innovation.
guys, all of these things have been propagated time
In
immemorial.
memorial, yeah. People
Many
say all these
orators,
things.
even people in intellectual discourse, have propagated these messages. So it's
Many times, yeah.
nothing new here.
Many times.
What is new
And,
here?
yeah, oh,
What
but
is coming on? What is new here is a young girl, a doctorate degree holder, who is elated by her title and accomplishments,
Mhm.
who say that Liberia has done more for America than America has done for Liberia. That's new.
what a paradox,
That's
right?
new.
Yeah, that's a real paradox.
That's extremely new.
Mhm.
Okay, that's
Mhm.
extremely new. Did you guys examine the part of the speech where she talked about pioneers and the removal of the symbol? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we just talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the removal of the symbol, changing from love of liberty brought us here,
Oh, yeah.
love of liberty made us here. It doesn't even make sense to say love of liberty made us here and love of liberty brought us here. You want to scrap it? Just scrap it.
Scrap it. Yeah.
You can't make it any better. And the reason why it was love of liberty brought us here, who established the nation? Was it the indigenous or was it the settlers? It was the settlers. Isn't that a fair assessment according to our history? Wasn't it the
Uh,
settlers, but with some infusing of some of
there
the
were
traditional.
indigenous people on the ground,
No, no, no.
but
What I'm
in
saying,
terms of, yeah.
I'm talking about the formation of the country, its governance structure.
Oh, yeah.
That's what
The
I'm saying.
settlers did that. Yeah.
It was borrowed. It was brought over. And the freedom they got, that liberty, that longing for liberty, that's what they said when they designed that seal. It's not divisive. It's just the history. It was,
Now then, yeah, because of freedom, that's
yeah,
why they went to Liberia.
yeah. It was the time. So that's what they knew. That's what they could design. When they met the traditional people
Chiefs,
there, they
yeah,
came in and they tried to merge. But the entire formation of the government was done by the settlers.
sure.
The preamble of the Constitution, the writing of the Constitution, it was not by indigenous people. It was by the settlers. The government structure and all of these things were done by the settlers. So yes, that seal was developed by them. However, you can't say the love of liberty met us here.
No.
No.
The people left
And-
and went.
and-
So that what they say the love and liberty brought us.
yeah. So
Yeah.
scrap the seal. Scrap it. But it's not a new phenomenon. It's not a new conversation. We've had this conversation 1,000 times.
Many people have spoken about that. So it's not
After
in
one language, we even proposed the Bassa language saying it's easier. Some people propose the Pele. Some people say since the Vai language has the first manuscript, use the Vai language. So this is not new phenomenon. But as I said, for me, for this speech, what is new when she said that
what
Liberia has done more for America
then.
than America has done for Liberia. Zero. She's
I
not
think-
informed. She didn't research it. She doesn't know it.
What she did today, she just demonstrated a high degree of ingratitude to the people of America. And I hope the Liberian government can distance itself from what that young woman said today. She spoke as Dr. Pele, and the government should say whatever she said reflects her personal opinion, not the opinion of the people and government of Liberia. And in whatever statement that the government is going to issue, the government should also reiterate
It's
that
continued.
its continued support and reiterate that it appreciates everything that the people and government of the United States continue to do for Liberians. Volcano, to go back a little bit, today we have former officials and current officials of government on sanction. The Americans did that to ensure what? Good governance in our country, to ensure accountability. To the Americans coerced Mr. Weir to show Senator then Minister of State Nathaniel Margill to show him the door that hey, that man has to go because this man is not a good man for this country. A George Weir would never pay attention to any detail, was coerced to do that. And you have a very young woman come and question everything and try to draw everything into question and try to deface all the good things that these people have done for the people of Liberia. I have a problem. And don't get me wrong, not everything that America has done for the people of Liberia is 100%. Because no human being is a perfectionist. Americans are human beings. They do make mistakes. Liberians do make mistakes. And peoples of the world do make mistakes. But the people of America have done a lot. And I think our orator today failed the people of Liberia by using that opportunity to publicly shame and embarrass Americans.
I
I'm
wouldn't even say
disappointed.
shame and embarrassment. I think it's a degree of her own ignorance that she showed to say that. And I don't think she has the empirical evidence to support
No evidence.
what Liberia has done for America in terms of a quantification to be more than what America has done for Liberia.
Yeah,
But
let her bring the evidence.
one of the things I want to say here, and I want Floma Livingston, I want the rest of us who are paying attention today, Liberia is so endowed with wealth that we should be saying today what America has not done for us. So endowed with wealth. We sit here and we take the best of our economy and we put it in the hands of ArcelorMittal. We put it in the hands of B Mountain. We put it in the hands of Chinese. My man, the people are pillaging the country's economy. They are all in our different parts of the country and destroying the land, leaving nothing for the people. And you have an orator here who could have looked at some of the malfeasance, some of the things that continue to keep our country backwards, to address those things. Now that we 177 years, we can't show anything for it. This is why, because this is what we've done to ourselves. For us to move forward, we must unite. That's the kind of story. But to come here and castigate America and blame America, that's a disservice.
Absolutely.
We are our own problems. We have all of this wealth, and yet we're begging. We have the greatest country in the West African sub-region, and we can't grow rice. We have all of the rubber in the country, and we can't make baba. Ain't no baba. It's simple.
Yeah.
We make rubber buckets in our own country. Liberians, why are we so wicked to ourselves? And we cast blame for our own degradation. This is wrong. Floma Livingston is wrong. We cannot blame America. America is not obligated to us. We are obligated to ourselves because we have everything to make our country move forward. And we have failed to do that because of bad governance. Failed to do that because of rampant corruption, acute corruption. We failed to do that because of high literacy rate. And that's why people who are holding the speech are looking at it. Oh, yeah, because she blasted at America. Oh, no, she didn't do you good. She didn't do you good. We're not saying don't criticize America. We're not telling you don't criticize, but criticize with facts. Criticize with empirical facts. As you being a doctorate degree holder, you don't make assumption. Your conclusion is based on facts, and you couldn't show it there. You even reference yourself as this little girl with sharp mouth. So this little girl just came to make a sharp
And
mouth.
you're talking loosely,
Yeah,
She was
this
talking
little girl
loosely.
just came to make a sharp mouth.
Mhm.
And not everyone going to be carried away by this little girl who they say, oh, from LSE and from here and there, because all of us are educated. We don't come out here and brag about what we know and what we don't know. That doesn't matter. But you can't fool me about the relationship of America and Liberia, and you can't fool me about what we have not done for ourselves, and we continue to depend on the rest of the world to do for us. You can't do that.
Mhm.
Because many of us who are here we should be proud that we're here and this country has assimilated us, put us on our feet, gave us the look. I didn't pay for education in America. I didn't have the money. I had to take student loan. But imagine, Moses, how we're struggling at the
But
university.
now we couldn't.
How we couldn't even afford a little cheap credit
No,
over there.
yeah.
And then there's no borrowing system.
No,
No
yeah.
borrowing
You
system.
have to pay out of
And then you
pocket.
come here, you get educated, you excel, you take the money from here, you're doing investment in Liberia, and then you turn around and say, America has just
Yeah.
yourself alone, what America has done
That opportunity.
for me.
Yeah.
Oh man, Liberia has never. In fact, when I left Liberia, they were owing me 15 months of salary. That same ERBC.
But yeah, you saw only for 2 years.
Just being an individual. I am grateful to this country for what it's done for me.
2 years, my man. Two
And I
years.
know that many Liberians here are grateful as well. Are
Yeah,
grateful as well.
2 years.
So it depends on what Liberia would do for herself. You can't come here 177 years later. You still look like you in post-war Liberia, and then you blaming other people for your crap.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So let's go down to the end of the speech because I thought this was important. She said, I urge you, though, you inherited a laundry list of priorities to tackle. She's talking to Boyka directly.
Mhm.
Focus on a handful of tangible goals in the next 6 years and work on achieving results. I've said this many times. You can't fix everything.
That's laudable. I mean, with that, we give her credit on that.
You can't
That's
fix
laudable.
everything. Find the mean things. Uh, where was I? Okay, yeah. Forget about political niceties. Or yeah, I think that's what she meant. Or partnerships, or
Necessities? Is that what you
partisanship,
meant?
and
Mhm.
institute swift reforms that will cement your legacy as a respected statesman. Do you want to be remembered for condoning lawlessness or respecting the rule of law? It's a question, President Boaka. Do you want to be remembered for condoning lawlessness?
Out of rule of law.
Okay. In regards to the former, you have made some mistakes along the way. From the tenured positions debacle to the appointments of questionable characters in key positions of trust. You know who they are. I like
Yeah.
the sharp mouth now. The sharp mouth coming. And that's why I wanted her to put a sharp mouth. I want her to put a sharp mouth on us, right? To the controversy of what I call yellow machine gate. I urge you to course the correct. I urge you to course correct before you lose the confidence of the Liberian people. Assemble a diverse and nationally representative team of competent and committed Liberians with integrity. Devise mutually agreeable, time bound deliverables for them to achieve and hold them accountable. Demand that all appointees roll up their sleeves and get to work and move out of the way of progress.
Rule of law.
Having said that, the arrest agenda appears to be more of a multi sectoral development wish list than a broad based vision for our future. And she's right. You can't crowd your vision with so many things and you want to tackle all simultaneously. So that's great point she put forth to the president. She says then, I propose using the phrase the process of managing change and delivering public goods must be Liberian led, Liberian financed, and Liberian managed.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
Join us as the unifying anchor for this administration's national development plan. I urge you to run the executive branch like the well-oiled machine it should be. President Boycott, schedule quarterly presidential town hall discussions on the state broadcaster so that citizens can converse with you in real time. Mandate your ministers and heads of state-owned enterprises to do the same. The Liberian people elected an executive they presume will be accessible and accountable. Please, please, please do not disappoint them. Those were the those were the great points, and I thought that they should have permeated throughout the speech. Um,
Yeah,
what's your grade for this speech?
yeah. In total,
Let me open the line now because I know people
yeah,
are
yeah.
just want
So,
a few callers. If you want to weigh in your perspective, we appreciate it. 404-272-2808. The number to call 404-272-2808. Moses, go on.
yeah, in total, I would give for 45% because she created more tension, unnecessary tension. She spoke loosely on a number of things. Um, they're actually dealing with the issues that she should have spoken about. There was no need to drag America into this thing here unnecessarily. There was no need to even question the integrity of the president regarding the appointment of the head of the War Crime Court. The president has that executive authority. He can wake up tomorrow and say, the chair of the NEC is hypothetically John Brown.
But why
Do we
people
say that is
always
real?
this number posted right on the screen? People say I should type it.
But it is right here. So you going to tell now.
What kind of trouble is so? Yeah, man.
The number is there for people,
You need
you know,
binocular
and
or
and and
glass. All right.
and, and Volcano, we're waiting for our people. Let me just take
Yeah,
this. Mhm,
it's posted now. Is right there.
mhm. While we're waiting for our people, quickly, I just wanted to say something. Look, my people, when we talk about independence, it's like we're talking about your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
The normal lifespan of a human being is 70. If you turn 50 today, when that celebration comes, you're supposed to do a sober reflection of your life. You say, I'm 50 now. Hypothetically, I got 20 more years to live and I will be a dead person. But at 50, I still living with my mom. Every time I want to eat, I gotta tell the woman, say, oh, ma, you gotta send me something. Oh. Even though I'm working, I don't get money. I go to work every day. Sunday I go to work, I call my mom. I say, ma, you gotta send me a cash apple to buy gas. Are you an adult? That's the question that you need to ask yourself. If you stay asking your mom to buy gas for you, to eat, your mom gotta give it to you, even though you're working. What do you need to do to really demonstrate to your mom that you are indeed an adult? That's what we call sober reflection. You're doing a self appraisal of your life. What is working? What is not working? And what is your plan for the future? That's what this day is about, Independence Day. Liberia is one of the oldest countries, the first Negro Republic, 177. You're going to 200 years. What have you got to show
Mm-hmm.
that, oh, you know what? We raised $50 million. We built JFK. We did this, we did that. But everything you own, the Japanese, the Americans, the Germans, the Arabs, go to Bopolu and see that decent hospital that they built there.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing with your money? Every day you begging, you begging, you begging, you begging. Everything about you is begging, begging, begging. What makes you a sovereign country now, my people? Let me talk to you all the same way we are talking in Liberia. You get begging all day. My people, the train get full. No school board. We ain't got money to pay teachers. We ain't got money to pay salary. Every day you to people do. What make you sovereign? But your senator there,
River says, Pro,
you
please hold.
take
Let
all that
Moses
money.
finish his thought.
Go ahead, Volcano. I'll stop there.
All right.
Mhm,
And Moses,
mhm.
brilliant, brilliant way to put it. Brilliant way to put it. And I'd like to add further.
Yeah,
Brilliant way. I'd like to add further.
sure.
That after you keep begging, then they want to get you can't use it good.
Yeah,
You pay the light bill. You call your mom and say, Mom, please help me pay my light bill.
yeah.
I'll send the money. You pay the light bill.
You call Patel.
Yeah. All the begging Liberia are doing when they send the money, then the BB people sit down on it, they put it
Yeah,
in the pocket, they live good lives. They tell the
yeah.
money to run to Ghana, they buy a house, Dubai, America. Put my man, let me bring Real Set Pro. Bro, Real Set Pro. What it man? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
My man, what happened, man? You celebrating the 26th? You can't hear us?
Well, I was on mute.
That man laboratory,
Yeah,
you know.
man. Thank you for the show, man. This great show. This is necessary, but my problem has to do with the 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 speech by my own ambassador today.
Hold on,
You
yeah.
know,
Hold on. Let me put this person in queue. I know that Flomo Livingston. Is it Flomo? Hello?
Hello?
Is it Flomo?
Yes.
All right. Please
Flow,
stay there.
flow.
I have River Says Pro on the line. I'll come back to you. Just
All right.
stay in queue. I'll come back to you. River Says Pro?
yeah.
All right, go ahead, brother.
So my thing has to do with oh, I got it on the floor. My thing has to do with his speech. Thing is, for Volcano and Moses. My question is, was it the right platform to criticize and look? I mean, look, her speech, I listened to part of it, especially the ones that do with criticism of the government. That was legitimate. That's legit. As far as holding America foot inside, now is your independent. Let's look at what the independent is. I mean, we claim that we were never colonized by the United States. I know there were some things that America had done in the past. For me, I still believe that if America wanted that war not to come in Liberia, it was never going to come. Charles Taylor breaking jail was mysterious and a lot of things.
But let's stop
So
that. Let's stop that too. So even the very assassination of President Tolbert, if America didn't want it, we're not going to come. So go all the
exactly,
way back. Don't start from Charles Taylor. Go all the way
yeah,
back. All right, continue.
yeah. But then, Volcano, that doesn't mean. I mean, you have to hold. Yeah, I mean, you can criticize them for something, but I think the occasion was not meant for that. I think that's why she blundered. I mean,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah. So I mean, that's the problem. So going forward,
And
I
then
hear
and then
people
you
say,
hear people talk about this is freedom of speech. We understand freedom of speech, but there's always a magnitude.
yeah,
There's always
yeah,
a magnitude. That
eh, eh,
sometimes
eh,
what you say can come out as positive as it is, but the contextual environment, the intent, it can make a mess.
yeah, and for kind of, I mean, some of my men making speech or making up the post. Oh, let's be resilient, let's be courageous. For kind of, we're not Rwanda, we're not. Look, if you're talking about a developed African country, look, there are some African countries who stand their ground. I'm telling you, they will tell those American people, if you go, don't even come back here. Look at Burkina Faso. I mean, look at Niger. Niger they drove the French troop out of there to the American to get their bases. Or there are people who will do those things. Liberia is not. Volcano is struggling. We need hand out from these people. Then our people sitting at sitting out in America talking about be courageous. That David and Goliath story. Tell your people as much as that biblical story we all believe in. But look, that's Thompson killing lion with his bare hand. Don't bring it to Liberian politics, man. Telling you. Man, thank you for the show. I'll be
Thank
listening,
you.
man.
So, man, you welcome.
All right. Livingstone.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, great show. Look, for me, look, I know people will say, oh, no, why? I agree with her, what her speech, I support her speech, what she said. No, we have to be honest here, all right? That does not mean because America is the greatest nation on the earth. We all know that. But that does not mean they can't criticize them. There are all American senators they will criticize the American foreign policy. What will you say about that? Even former President Obama criticized American policy towards Africa. What will you say about that? No, what you're saying that America has benefited from Liberia. You get a fire soon, that
Yeah,
fire soon they just brought out.
Stop. Slow down now. Slow down. The same way she spoke blanketly, I don't want you to do it again. Don't do it. America has benefited from Liberia on the
Yes.
parity of what Liberia has done for America, according to her.
No. Yes, what the place I disagree when she said that bro had done more for
Okay.
America than America. I disagree with that.
Okay.
I disagree with her on that part.
Okay.
But that does not mean America has not benefited from Liberia, which of course I know America has.
we're not saying
But I
that.
want to call mutual relationship now.
So my point I'm trying to say is, yeah, she speaks. She's an orator. She doesn't speak for the government. And I like the response the ambassador released. The ambassador clearly state. The American ambassador said that her speech does not have nothing to do with our foreign policy. Will Liberia still remain our partner. So I like that. So because people are running around trying to think that they will make America to do this and do this. I'm glad America came back to speak.
I would never.
No, I'm not saying you.
Yeah, no, I come in.
No, I'm not.
No, I come in. You continue. I just want to. We're having a conversation now. So I'm not. I would have never thought that just the mere speech of a one single frisky muffly girl. That how she describe herself. And
yeah, she said that frisky girl. Yeah, so you right, Volcano.
Yeah.
You give me the Uber coffee.
Oh, now me make it up.
Now,
That's true. No, but I agree. I agree. I know Volcano and most of you guys didn't say that. I'm talking about other people on the CDC side.
So I don't think that cripples any relationship because the first kill more get up plenty, push out more. Made an old man to get up from her seat and say, I don't even want to eat the food. They made a whole charge first. I don't even want to eat the food. I'll just go. I'm hungry. Made an old man get up and go hungry. My man, we come to deal with whatever country is there. But anyway, so
let me just end with it real quick.
Yeah.
Look, like you said, when you guys were saying, I like when she criticized our government. I like that. Because I think she should have criticized the government more, especially she's talking about the executive, the legislatures. The legislatures they are taking more pay than the common people. I like that you can spend more time on that. So instead of spending more time on what America, and stuff like that. Which I agree. I definitely agree with her. But I respect the president because at least they sit there and they listen to what she went through the clap and all that stuff.
But listen to
and that's how it should be.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
You see how people are so look, Liberia, even on Independence Day, we're so divided. I'm hearing people saying Baka was nodding in agreement to this little girl when she was addressing that part of the speech. That's not true.
That's not true.
But the thing is, she wanted him to pay attention to. That's when the woman was nodding. People just politicize everything in our country to the point that I don't know even if we'll go anywhere. Like an orator,
that's the truth.
The orator here, the next orator for Liberia should take away the blame game on the friendship we have with other nations, and let's focus on the nonsense we continue to do.
Yeah, look at yourself. How we can say what you're doing,
or destiny.
Yeah.
Instead of casting blame, because the example Moses gave me here, you can be an adult, then you calling your parents for everything, and then even when they send it to you, then you use it for different purpose. Then you're not an adult.
No.
How can we be so endowed with all this wealth and yet we are dependent? Like you said, we're not Rwanda. We're not.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, exactly. For me, I think she should have spent more time on our government because our government is they keeping our people poor. Like you talk about, I don't know, the Western culture with all that deal to sign and then the people suffer. I think she should have seen more of that. And for me, I commented, I said we shouldn't blame other nations for our development. It shouldn't be like that. We should stand up and do it, but our leaders should be held responsible. I mean, thank you. I'll be following the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So Moses,
Yeah.
me, my brother, that's about it. To be frank with you.
Whatever country is this, eh?
What type of country is this, my man? What type
Yeah.
of country is this? What the one we're doing? What
Whatever. Whatever country is there, you call people to celebrate your birthday, then you say that my man down the road will be friendly for over 20 years, but I make him even give me water to drink. Yeah.
you and the man been friendly for 177 years, but
Yeah, but the man can't even give me water to drink. But you, so the man forced to bring water for you.
you call your own party. Then you want to blame people for not.
Yeah, they bring nothing to your birthday party.
You say the man ain't bring drinks. No. Whatever
Yeah.
country is this? It call your own
No,
party. You blame yourself.
Yeah.
They say celebrating your birthday, not blaming yourself for what
Yeah.
you blaming the other people.
Yeah, look at my man. Other you coming. Look at that man. He even bring no water. At least some people bring soda, sir, but the man bring nothing. But my man, you invited the man, man. Whatever country is there, whatever country is there, that the orator is training herself with her own speech. What kind of childishness is that?
The orator took a pause, and every time that she failed herself,
She training herself walking all the people, all the diplomats just saying that. Like, yeah. There's all kind of leg and the people that put on their platform.
Yeah. Whatever country is this that a whole orator will refer to herself as the little sharp mug girl.
The shaman girl. Oh, man, the PhD here now whistle.
Man, the thing that market, everybody getting doctorate. Everybody.
Yeah, I want no PhD, man. The PhD, they're too plenty, man. That's one there, the reasoning can be so poor, man.
They took the spine out of doctorate degrees.
Yeah.
New PhDs or doctorate degree holders, they took the spine out of it.
Yeah, man, the degree of respect we have for people with PhD, even, man. Some of them, when they talk, say reasoning, but what they want talking about again.
That's why there was an intellectual discussion where they wanted to qualify the doctorate degrees.
Yeah.
They wanted to have the super.
Okay. Yeah, that the real people, eh?
People who teaching the other people.
Yeah.
How you go now? We confer you, then me, you and myself equal.
No.
I don't taught you.
Yeah.
So you have the super doctors and the doctors.
The doctor, yeah.
And you got to be a doctor for many years
before you get to that level.
Don't get a doctorate and go sit down in the corner. You got to start, improving your field. By journals and articles, and
you got to start writing then. Yeah.
But Moses, there was something we want to do for whatever country is this. Oh, okay. now yeke.
Oh, yeke, man. Javante, my God.
Who are you? Who you want to be?
I will be yeke.
You'll be yeke. No. You can do my thing. So
yeah. I'll be my job there.
You get stop plenty. Yeah. The phone ringing.
Yeah, I come in there. Honorable?
No, hold on now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Honorable?
Yeah. Oh, Mike, you've been trying to reach me, man, but every time, I've been busy. So yeah, I saw your missed call, but we've been missing each other. Hello, my man, what's going on?
Well, nothing, man, but Honorable, I called to talk to you about something.
Look, my man, got to put it in the man.
Yeah, my man. Every day, I just called to talk to you. Yeke, I'm a trained soldier from Russia. Every day you insulting the president. I called to tell you today. If you don't stop cursing the president, my man, why you just be cursing the president all day?
Uh-huh.
I'm telling you now.
Hmm.
If you don't stop, I get you 3 weeks. If we didn't do it, we will bring people from Russia. We will bring mercenaries. I get you 3 weeks. We will kill you.
Uh,
Yes, I'm telling you.
all right,
My
Mr.
man, we
Minister.
will kill you.
All right, Mr. Minister.
I'm
I'll
telling you.
be here waiting.
Who you think you are?
All right,
You
Mr.
can't start causing the president?
All right, Mr. Minister.
We will bring mercenaries.
All right, Mr. Minister.
Ah, we'll
Okay.
kill you in 3 weeks.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right. All right. So now the call is over. Magin know that I record. You can record him.
Yeah.
You can send the clip around, and
Yeah.
Mark Web, Mark out there. He know the plane
Yeah.
is still around. Then Mark Web heard it. Then Mark Web call him. Hey, Mike.
Yeah. What happened
You
again?
that you are here talking like that. You say you will kill Yake Koluba. Mike, you're not sorry for yourself, eh?
Where you hold out of talk from again?
Mike, they think, you not listen
Where?
to radio? Mike,
Where?
you're not sorry for us? That Yake man you ever hear? Eh?
All I think you talking, where you hold that thing at? Tell me where you hold it from.
They on spoon. They on that thing they call spoon. You know that thing that talk show they say that spoon.
That phone call?
The man play the whole phone call. You there? You say, Mike, I don't know. You must be married all this time.
Allah.
Mike, hold on. You ever went to Russia? I don't even know they won't.
Allah.
So you say you were a soldier. You were in Russia for 2 years. What time in the marriage you go to Russia, Mike? Hey, Mike.
Allah. Hey, Allah.
Hey, Mike.
Tell me something. You say what? Spoon? Hey, Allah.
Spoon.
Hey, Allah. Tell me. So the Yake man that the thing he did?
The man recall the thing. The man send it to spoon. The man send it all around. The people playing the thing, and you. But man, why you go do that kind of thing there? We were suffering here the other day. You were behind this Jowia. Jowia ain't get you no job. You move from there. You follow Omen Bwaka. Bwaka not get you job. Then you don't share your more. You can go threaten Yeke. Hey, my. We finish. We finish. They will take that job from you or mine.
So that the thing that Yeke man did?
Man, I don't know how we're doing now, man.
So the Yeke man recorded me.
Man.
I come call spoon.
Yeah, call spoon, because they want you now. I don't know. Everybody just calling. Everybody talking. Hey,
Yeah.
man.
What a spoon?
Yes, Mike.
Yeah, this is Mike Kanelu Jabate.
Yeah, what happened, Mike? Oh, you want to on the show?
Yes, I won't come on the show. I want to talk about that tip.
Oh, well, when I'm okay, Mike. We'll play the clip for you so that you can come on the show. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So,
well,
what you want to tell the people?
I want to tell the people, Honorable Yeke Koluba is my friend. Yes, we campaigned together. In fact, we went to Lofa together.
Okay.
When I called him that day, I was upset because Yeke Koluba knows how we fought hard to bring the president to power. So that what made me mad. But Yeke know that I don't have no bad intention. I was just talking, when something made me vex, I had to talk. Now why? But Yeke know he's my friend.
But you think that was a good thing you did?
If I say anything that made Yeke vex, let him forgive me. But Yeke know I can't do anything to him. The honorable said know that. He's my friend. He's my friend. Yes.
All right. Let's see if we can find a video yet.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, Mike, you were calling me yesterday.
So, Mike, and are you talking there?
Yeah, the meal.
So, what you want to say now to Yeke?
You get that, my friend. Our first,
Hmm.
our first. Our, but you can know, we campaign together. I was just talking nothing there. You can know I can do nothing to him.
So, so the president might take the job from you because that's not a representation. You remember the old man who's a Bagana baby?
Yeah,
So you think Bagana baby, you gonna go fight for him, then you go threaten whole representative life?
I was just talking that our first, our first. The way you cannot be talking about the president, I was just first.
So the time while Yega was talking, all I other want to Jowia, why you are not first?
They 1 year it better catch my heart.
So they won't catch your heart.
It catch my heart.
So Jowia, oh,
It catch my heart.
the man you call Jowia mine, oh, but then when he start causing Baga mine,
Yeah, so that's why it better catch my heart.
the
But,
how
but, but you don't forget huh? The interesting thing about it, right?
that drama show.
Yeah. Yaka Koluba is an aggressive man.
Yeah.
And my Jabate says that he went to Russia for training.
Uh,
He called Yeke
mhm,
and you said you security man.
yeah.
But the man is so calm talking to you.
I s-
Don't you figure that something is going on?
yeah. Like who's so quick to
Yeah, to cause people man.
yeah. The major can. Oh, my yeah, okay, Mr. Minister.
Yeah, so
Man,
calm.
I'll be waiting here. Uh-huh. Now look at the recording.
Yeke was bending on case from there.
Ghana speaking my dingo say he's speaking English.
He said, hey, Allah.
Maybe I think, man, I go to Russia. Let me be friend with you. Russia. Oh, like you. What?
The man said you Russian through, but you can't cut the way.
He was
The
on
cutting way pays down, my man.
the BKCV.
But can't you be man? Now you get the bring down.
Oh,
See what? The man say, hey, and that's why you want to tell the show. He's like, show my job. Oh, my God. I gotta call and beg you again.
you say you KGB, you went to Russia for 2 years. You not see you get calm like you come up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, or
Man. Yeah, okay,
yeah,
Mr.
Minister,
Minister.
yeah, Mr. Minister.
We calling you Mr. Minister. Jack?
He's taking another. He said, Ella, you can't let it so calm, my man.
Then he can't hospital, you know what to do.
He said, "Mela, mela, my man."
Look, he said, if I say anything that hey, you said anything, or if you said rather, you already said.
Yeah, you say you're kidding, man. And he said, if he said it,
He said 3 weeks too.
the man get time free more. He said,
um,
yeah, get my man. Today we will bring these mercenaries here, yeah.
happened when you guys have not had any good jobs in their lives.
Yeah, yeah, that's
And
true.
they gave them a job instead of working for the job through performance,
Yeah,
through doing the tax of the work, so that it shows the abilities and competencies and capabilities and what have you.
yeah.
They use the zealot motive to fight for something they're not supposed to fight for.
Yeah.
Bwaka is not baby. You young man are your first, I think that the man first biggest
My
job
man,
you ever had.
my man, I say that man first employment government,
Eh? Then you blow it like that.
man blew your paper.
Eh?
You know,
You go jump out
and
and threatening, eh?
yeah, it threatens somebody's life,
Eh?
and Volcano, this is where again President Baka has to demonstrate leadership, and I want to use the opportunity to appeal to him.
That's your rapper statement because they have
Yes,
yeah.
yeah. If he wants to come across as a true nationalist, as a leader, yeah, Assistant Minister Jabate, he made a terroristic threat against another Liberian. Don't forget about this guy is a representative. He gave specific time frame that Yeke will bring in mercenaries, we will kill you within a period of 3 weeks. It means that it was well thought, his action well considered, with a target date. When someone threatens to harm another person, that's terroristic threat. We can't take it lightly, Mr. President. This is no joke. This is nothing that the police will look the other way. I assume that by now Mike Jabate would have been arrested and imprisoned and been probed by the national police. Mr. President, the rule of law has no friends, has no enemies. This man threatened to kill a sitting lawmaker. He threatened to kill, to bring in mercenaries, to kill another Liberian. You have to demonstrate leadership here. Naked, Mr. Jabata must be held liable. If you don't, you will be creating negative publicity for your administration. I start there. And my fellow Liberians, I want to say thank you for coming. It was indeed a great show.
And I want to add quickly from Dr. Pele,
Yeah.
President Bwaka, do you want to be remembered for condoning lawlessness or respecting the rule of law?
Absolutely.
Do you want to be remembered for that? As a man who is respecting the rule of law and implementing and enforcing, or do you want to be remembered as one who is condoning lawlessness? Take that speech, look at the areas that this young woman presented to you, reflect on them, and begin to work for the Liberian people.
It's a good one.
I'll say it to all Liberians, happy 26 on this side of the world where the day is still Friday, and happy belated 26 in Liberia. Thank you for joining us, to all of you wonderful people. Again, we understand that Dr. Pele spoke from her heart. It's all right. It's a freedom of speech. But just like we say, not everything legal is what?
Right.
Right?
It's morally right. Yeah.
It's morally right.
Mhm.
Not every freedom of speech can build. Some freedom of speech can be divisive.
Mhm.
Some freedom of speech can be condescending. Some freedom of speech can create a wedge.
Of course.
And this speech created some wedges between two nations. And no matter how you want to see it, from your perspective, you have your opinion. Volcano has his opinion. And it has nothing to do with the issues room, and it has nothing to do with Moses or Alphonso, do with me. I thought the speech, as free as it was, some little things happened that I don't think was necessary on the birthday of a nation that is 177 years old and can't show anything, and casting blame on another nation that's making progress, another nation that continue to help us, our don't see it. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back here by God's grace on Tuesday next week. Again, Moses will hang out. I'll be in other town tomorrow for the wedding of Joe Anderson, and we'll catch up.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Yeah, we're celebrating tomorrow in Delaware. Thank you.
And thanks to everyone for coming.
All right.
Good night.
Bye bye.